Hello everyone, welcome to FC Amakhosi fan channel. This is Sanel Mjoli. Guys, like, comment, subscribe. Guys, can you please at least get like 10 likes? Just 10 likes. I'm not asking for much. 10 likes. Thank you. So today I'm reacting to the game that we played yesterday against Mamelodi Sundowns. I must say that I was not impressed mostly about the results. I'll talk about the gameplay, the game plan, and all that. But for now, I'll say I'm not impressed about the results. I had said in my previous video that I'm hoping that we'll not concede at home. That was the plan, and that should have been the plan for the guys and the coach. And the coach apparently said that that was his plan as well. But yeah, anyway, I wasn't impressed about the goal that you considered and the sad part is that we considered this game on the extra time or in the extra time. We considered this ball in the extra time. So it shows that our players were not forecast, especially one player, two players in fact, I'm going to speak about. But yeah, I must say that this is one of the games that, you know what, it was hurting to watch. Our approach was hurting to watch, especially in the first half. Why so? Because even last game, this is how we started. We played off the foot. We were playing catch-up game and we were chasing shadows. And even in this game, first half, we were chasing shadows. Second half, it got better, but we were chasing shadows. I'm asking myself, why would a player so experienced, supposed to be matured, but is losing the ball so much? You ask yourself, who is that player? I counted the number of times that Tanzania kept on losing the ball. He was our weakest link in that middle of the park, in the midfield. He was our weakest link. He kept on losing the ball. He lost the ball 4 times. In the 37 minutes, he had lost the ball 3 times already. He lost the ball the 4th time, and I guess that's why the coach said, you know what, today things are not happening for you. And the sad thing is that this guy, for the past few games as well, he hasn't been clicking. He hasn't been playing well. He's one of the guys that I was hoping, and I'm still hoping. I mean, I'm not going to throw a towel and say that he's a bad player and whatnot. I can't rubbish him and say that, no, he's not going to be better going forward. Everyone is still clicking. Everyone is still trying to get to combinations and understand each other. Sure, but Mdantsane needs to pull up his socks at the moment because he's one of our weakest links. He should be the one who's linking the attack with the middle of the park, with the midfielders, link the middle of the park, link the midfielders with the attackers. But he's the one who's losing the ball. And if he drops too deeply. As an attacking player, he drops too deeply and then he loses the ball. And the first shot that Sundowns had, the only shot that they had in the first half was through the ball that Tanzania lost in the middle of the park. And it required a beautiful save from our keeper. He kept us on the game, he dived to his right and he parried the ball just away from the opposition players. So guys, Tanzania needs to pull up his socks. The center pairing yesterday, they were good because we did not concede early in the minutes and the goal didn't come through them. But I must say that they give so much spaces to the players to have shots or take on shots at our keeper, and also the midfielders. They want to react. I've been saying this, I'm gonna sound like a broken record now. They want to react instead of pressing. Each and every time you find them, boom, the ball is passed there, they follow. And the ball is passed there, they fall. The ball is passed there, then they follow. How about we keep the shape? How about that you are close to the opponent? And then if you mark, say that you are not sure, stand in between the players. Stand in between the players. But each and every time we want to react, Castillo was overworked yesterday. The amount of times that he kept on fouling other players, fouling the opponents, trying to recover the ball, it was a lot. this guy, Matt, he played a good game as well, but he's not the guy who is to relieve this guy, who's to give or take off pressure from Castillo, because he's running around a lot and he covered a lot of ground, which is good. But here you are running, but you are leaving this guy by himself, and you're supposed to make sure that you are a shield for our defense. And when you are supposed to attack, yes, you go up front. But yeah, we need to start looking at that combination, how we are playing there in the middle of the pocket, because what is happening, the three guys, it's not working at all. And the coach tried to make changes in the second half by putting on this guy Matlo and putting on this guy Ngobo, and we considered the goal while Ngobo was still in the touchline waiting for his chance to come in. But coach, I must say, I'm seeing what you are doing. I'm really seeing what you are doing, and don't be mistaken by the shirt that I'm wearing and thinking that, you know what, I'm all for you. I'm not gonna criticize your tactics. I'm gonna criticize your tactics, but I must say that, you know what, I see what you're doing, and we appreciate. Slowly we are getting there. We are starting to gel. Yes, we are losing the ball, and yes, we are not playing the kind of football that our team is known for. And sure, credit to you that we are seeing that there are positives. I'm one person, I'm seeing the positives that you're doing. However, the guys seems as if they did not have time to prepare for Mighty Sundowns. Sure, you'd say that you only had 1 day in between so you can prepare the players because you're coming from Cape Town. Sure, granted, but you know that you're going to play against Mighty Sundowns. And the same way that you played yesterday is the same way that you played the first game that you played with them, with Mighty Sundowns, where players were sitting at the back and chasing shadows. Our players were frustrated, hence they got so many yellow cards, because they were frustrated. They kept on kicking the opposition. They kept on kicking Sundowns. Why? Because they were frustrated, because they're always chasing. Guys, if you don't have the ball, you chase and you run the entire time because you don't have the ball. But if you have the ball, you'll be able to dictate the play, but you do not have the ball. So how are you expecting us to attack? How are you expecting us to pass those or play the ball amongst ourselves if we did not have enough ball? First off, it was dismal. We did not have a shot on target. Sundowns, yes, only had one. Before, people say that no, but Sundowns, they played very well. They had shots. Which shots? They only had one save that Tanzania lost the ball and Peterson saved us. Other than that, there's no goal that there's no ball that they managed to strike on target to our keeper. But yeah, our defense was solid in the first half. And my question is, let me just speak about this. You made a change. You dropped Frosler and then you put on Shanti. And Shanti was one of the guys who did not really perform well because it did not go forward that much. And you know, with Zita, he's not going to give us so much going forward. He's going to give us something from our back to the half line. But going forward, he's not going to cross those balls. He's not going to do so much. And still you are insisting that these guys will stay at the back and will not go forward because we are under pressure. And Shanti, he's coming in and is not offering us something different than Zita. How are we going to add numbers to the midfield because they are overcrowded already? Sundowns were playing with 3 men in the center of the park, and then us were playing with 2. I'm not counting Tanzania because they also had their CDM in Mokoena. However, they had Mokoena and what's the name of that guy? But the guy that they bought from Ajax. So they had 2 CDMs. As for us, we only had 1, which is Castillo slash Mad. I don't understand also that combination that between those 2 guys. So I don't know. You need to try and clarify that that combination because it's not working at the moment. But yeah, anyway, you dropped Frosler for Shanti, and Shanti did not offer us anything going forward. And Frosler played very well in the previous game. And I'm asking myself, why did you drop this guy? That's the only change that you made, sure. But why would you drop Frosler if he had one of the best games for us? And for me, in the first half of the game that she played against Stellenbosch, she was one of our best players. And I could have said that it was going to be our man of the match had Peterson not saved us from conceding against Stelis. But anyway, you still drop him, but you're saying that you are creating a culture amongst our players where they work hard, and you are also rewarding players who played very well. But as for Frosler, you did not return him when he played very well. I don't know. And guess what? That's the mistake that you made, and that's the very same mistake that costed us the game, because it was Hlant who was not focused, who wasn't in his position, who wasn't marking the player. I mean, it failed to see an oncoming player. It failed to check his blind spot to see who's coming. Mudau scored a header. It was Hlant's mistakes and even in the last game, if you remember against Mamelodi Sundowns in the first game, it was Hlante's mistake because he wasn't in his position when Neo Moyema scored. I think it's Moyema, but yeah, that's the guy who scored. It's Neo. So it's the same thing. Hlante is not focused and you're still retaining him. I'm like, but Hlante seems to not have a competition, because Mashiane, I've been saying for so long now that Mashiane would not be able to take Hlante off his starting position. Dove, I'm praying that may he comes back and may he come back and take that position. It's available to be taken, because Hlante is one of our weakest links at the back. Yes, he was good. That game that you played against AmaZulu, was involved in those 2 goals, but he hasn't been offering us much going forward. As for Zita, he was good. However, he's not offering us anything going forward if you're saying that we're playing with wing backs. But yeah, coach, you need to start making changes at the back, especially on the left back. I'm tired of defending players. Players need to play on merit, and those who are coming in and they're playing very well, give them time. Give them time again to reward them with another opportunity. I mean, Saile played very well and came on and scored a goal against Stelis, but he was on the bench and he was an unused substitution. I mean, Ponzan was off the game. Like, he only showed up during that goal. He only showed up during that goal. Other than that, Botswana was not in the game, but you kept him in the game for so long. Why, coach? Why, coach? But yeah, first half, we're dismal, we're poor. Yeah, we are poor in the first half. We're poor in the first half. Second half, we started gradually getting in there. We started applying ourselves, started winning balls. We started pressing them. We started attacking. We started creating opportunities. Yes, those opportunities would not be able to be seen because we're not entering the final third, because we lose the ball. We are losing the ball cheaply. We are not retaining the ball, and we are not quick at winning the ball. You know what this guy Erik ten Hag says about Manchester United? He says that if you lose the ball, you have like 12 seconds or so to win it back. 12 seconds or so to win it back. So meaning what? How they attack or how they press, they have a strategy on how they attack. So as for us, if we're saying that we are pressing, we can't be only pressing about the three with the 3 players. What about the midfield? Who's pressing there? Because Tanzania is not offering us anything. And then on these guys at the back, they're playing far from Duduzi, they're playing far from Botswana, they're playing far from Modi. How are they gonna press? Because we need to press collectively as a team. So if we don't press collectively as a team, and one thing that I saw yesterday is that there were so many spaces in between the departments, from the defense to the midfield, from the midfield to the attackers, and then you find that now that we are pushed at the back, that now we are close to the keeper. The defenders are close to the keeper, and the midfielders are in between the lines. They are close to them as well. There's so much space here. There's so much space here. You need to work on that and have a structure. Please work on the structure to make sure that there is no spaces in between, to make sure that when we press as a team. The attackers, if they are there by the third court, make sure that the midfielders are not far from them, and make sure that the backline are pushing to just in between the halfway line and our goal. Just make sure that they're pushing there, and Peterson is out of his box to make sure that he plays as the last man. That's how you push. That's how you push. That's how you push. But please define the role of these guys, because at times it looks like they are running around like headless chickens, and hence that our players, you find them that they can't keep up, they are always tired, and they are always suffering injuries because they're running a lot. They are running a lot, pointlessly so. But yeah, second half I could see changes. I could see players playing those balls. I could see players winning those balls up there. I could see them pressurizing Mount Sundowns. I could see them. Sure, I saw those. And with the changes, it's unfortunate that at times the coach would have changes and sometimes they will not work. And it does not necessarily mean that the changes are bad. But to give you a percentage, let's say that I was to rate those changes, I would give you probably 6, coach. I'll give you 6 or so. Because why? You kept Botswana for most of the game, and also you did not make the right substitution when it comes to putting on the right player for Botswana. You put on Frost, and you're saying that I hear you that you wanted him to come and support Zita because they're overloading his side. Sure, I get that, but how are you going to go forward offensively, and how are you going to make sure that you go forward and stamp that authority if you're not playing Saile? Because you are not really helping Saile, because he scored the last game and he was hoping that it's going to start. If it's not starting, it's going to get a minute or two, and he did not get anything at all. So I think that was the blunder in that substitution. And like you said, that you wanted to close the shops by introducing these guys, Ngobo and was it Matlo? I think it was Matlo that she was on the line. No, it was Ngobo and Solomon's that you stood in line for a long time. I hear you, but had you made those changes early, probably we're not going to concede that goal. And that goal, how we consider that goal, I mean, I don't remember who was supposed to be marking, was it Froster? I don't remember who was supposed to be marking Mandieta. Mandieta crosses the ball, there's no one who's pressing him, there's no one who's charging at him, there's no one who's protecting that cross from coming, who's making sure that cross is not coming. And then Shandy, focus, boy, focus. But yeah, other than that, I wasn't expecting much. I wasn't expecting us to press Sundowns. As I said, that we're gonna attack them cautiously. We wanna make sure that we cover ourselves, and then when they're not looking, we throw our best punch. It did not really happen except for the goal. People are saying that, you know what, Kaizer Chiefs are failing to string along 4 passes, 5 passes. And yeah, guys, I'm not going to continue to debate with you, because I'll say, go back and watch that game, that goal. Go and watch that goal, and you tell me how many passes did you string amongst ourselves for us to even score that goal. I'm not going to go there. How many passes do you string amongst ourselves to score, for Modi to score that goal that against Stelis? Sometimes people are just talking. But yeah, as for me, I'll say that sure, we drew 1-1 at home. We're not supposed to concede, but Sundowns now needs to worry, like the coach said, needs to worry about not conceding there at home. So different tactics, different approaches as well. How we're going to attack that game, I don't know how we're going to attack that game, but we must make sure that you score. But if we're going to score a goal, I would say that try not to concede. Try not to concede. Let's go and try not to concede away. Try and not concede away. We have 2 weeks or so to work on those combinations and to work on the tactics, and for players to recover. We have so much time. I mean, they haven't had so much time, and we know that Gonzalez just came and joined. The players did not have a preseason. This is why that I hate deals that are done when already players have started playing together, or when the league has resumed, because these players, when we buy them, they don't have enough time to gel with players. They don't have enough time to gel and understand the culture and all those things. They don't have enough time, but I'm hoping that Gonzalez will come in and offer something. He was isolated even when he came on, but those are one of the tactics that I could see that the coach is applying, by having a point of reference, a target man, someone whom, whenever that we switch the ball, is going to hold that ball and then pass it to the oncoming players, and that's a tactic. Some will say it's not a tactic, but yeah, anyway, there's nothing positive that other people see from the coach. But yeah, Gonzalez, for me, I'll say that the little that I saw from him is gonna press up front, but he can't press by himself. He's gonna press from up front. He's gonna be the point of reference when you're changing the tactics, because when the coach dropped Dupreez, he put him on, and then we had a point of reference. That's when even in our play we started seeing some glimpse of hope, or playing okay-ish, positive-ish. But yeah, and then yeah, I just want to read you a comment was written by one of the guys on Facebook. But before that, probably I would say to you, and you would say that no, you are talking like this because you drew and you are disappointed. Yes, I'm disappointed. We could have won the game, but this guy Muda was supposed to get a second yellow card. Was supposed to get a second yellow card by him fouling our player. He fouled. Who did he foul second half? But yeah, he was supposed to get a yellow card. Don't remember who he fouled, but he made another tackle. He was supposed to let. But and also Modiba in the 27 minutes, he fouled one of our players. Was it Dupreez? He got a yellow card, and then he elbowed Modi by the right. He elbowed Modi by the right, and the ref just waved play on. What were you watching? But yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. Didn't happen, sharp, fine. But yeah, let me just read you one of the comments from the guys who watched the game and who saw the game the way that I could say that I saw it as well. So I said that this is my status that I posted in the last or after the game. Man, we shouldn't have considered that goal. There goes my score prediction. Remember, I had predicted 1-0 away. 1-0. Second half was totally different game. Good tactics from the coach in the second half. Not because it was a good game, but it was, I saw positive, something different that the coach applied, different tactics, and then the guys starting to come out from the shell. Let me read you these tactics. Let me read you what this guy says. He says that, well, we had 29% ball position while playing at home and no corner kicks. I didn't expect a lot from Chiefs. The only positive thing, apart from a good goal by Castillo, is that Sundowns struggled to open up our defense. I think that's because they were always wary of pushing up too high because they feared the blistering pace of Dupreez on the transition. And also the threats posed by Modi and Potsane once they turn that slow defense, downs defense. We really considered a bad goal. Hlanti was caught ball watching and did not even challenge a shot Mudal to the head. This is the same way that Pirate knocked us off Nedbank Cup when Hlanti just couldn't challenge Mthethwa in the air. Overall rating, fair. We just need to find someone who can give us confidence by putting foot on the ball and make us play. Dansan is struggling in that position, and maybe it's time for Dolly to return and Ongobo to be given a chance. Those were his views, and I agree with them. I really agree with them. Like I said, it's just unfortunate that some changes don't work at times. Some subs don't work at times because the coach putting on Matlo, I could see what he was doing, and Matlo came on and gave us stability in the game that you played against Stelis. And then in this game, he came on, and then also we were able to start pressing them because he can press and he can also control the tempo of the game. It's just that yesterday it did not come to life that much, or we did not see much of him. But yeah, I'm agreeing with this guy, what he said. But yeah, guys, tell me your thoughts without insulting anyone, guys, because there's something about you at times that if you want to be heard, instead of raising your level of debating or your level of making your point across, you start swearing at people. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. I know football is a game of emotions and we see the game different, but let's not swear at each other. State your views. If you don't agree, say you don't disagree. Respectfully so. Because, yeah, guys, I mean, we are all here as fans and we love this team and we understand that. But, yeah, anyway, like, comment, subscribe. FC Amakhosi fan channel. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye.